Hello, this is Steven, Stamps with Stamps Tarantulas. I want to do a quick instructional video on how I keep and raise crickets. First of all, I use this cricket keeper. I believe this one is made by ZooMed. It's, in my opinion, it's a new and improved version over the old one that we've been buying for years. On the old one, if you've ever had it, it has these round tubes and these caps always crack and break and fall off. Plus, the tubes are in the lid rather than in the enclosure itself. I used to, and I still do periodically, but it's very time consuming. I take the adults and then put them in tubs of substrate and let the adult females and let them lay eggs, and then a couple weeks later you have pinheads. But I buy my pinhead crickets from Armstrong Crickets. And then they come in these little tubes, and you get they have high quality feeders and pretty good prices. Their shipping is reasonable, and a lot of people go, "Hey, do you want me to feed pinheads to my 1-inch sling?" And I go, "Well, most people don't realize the size of a pinhead. A pinhead cricket literally is just hatched. They're about a 1/16 of an inch. They're tiny." But they're perfect for 2nd and 3rd instar tiny slings. So the way I set this up is I use these 2-ounce souffle or deli cups. I cut little slits in them and make like a little ramp. I make my own chow here that I use for my dubia roaches and also for my crickets. It's Blue Buffalo puppy dog food, and also new chick starter, which is newly hatched chicken feed. I don't use the Lena hen laying mash because it's loaded with calcium to help the hens lay eggs, and they need tons of calcium, so I kind of avoid that one. So anyway, I have the water crystals here. I have a little slit cut in that so they can get to the water crystals. I have the chow in there. On this one with the pinheads, I actually use this little water deal. I won't really keep up with that. I just put these in there. It's kind of hard to get to, so that's why I use the water crystals. And I have some of those green things, or the Nature Zone, I think it is. Nature's Bites, I think they're called. I don't use those consistently. I like them because it hydrates them and gives them nutrition. And then as they get older, they just dry up and they don't mold or anything. The reason why I'm using those is Armstrong Crickets accidentally sent me a case of those, so I've got tons of them. As they get bigger, I find that the cricket keepers are not big enough, obviously. So I use a Stairlight tote, and you can see I've just upgraded. It's the same principle. I use the 8-ounce deli cups with slits cut in them with the chow and with the water crystals. And then I use fresh, clean pieces that I've torn out of egg flats. I put the screen over the top to discourage, and I say discourage, it doesn't keep them out, but to discourage fruit flies or any scuttle flies or any other kind of varmints that we don't, well, not varmints, but to keep any other nuisance bugs out of there. So anyway, this is the way I set this up. I just set up a new one. I have like 5 of these. Oh, looks like there's a dermestid beetle larva in there. Anyway, that's the way I set these up. It's the way I keep and feed and grow crickets for feeders. And the next one I'll do, I'll give you a tour of how I set up and care for and breed dubia roaches as feeders. I have 2, I think 31-gallon colonies. This time of year they flourish. I keep them in the garage, and the hotter it is, the more prolific they are, and your colony in the summer kept out in the garage will double or triple in producing dubia nymphs. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Thanks.